Welcome to wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Radio Works host. My name is Philippa Gittens, broadcasting from London. Today I'm going to share my story with you.
Wow, Philippa, I feel so blessed. You look like spring itself. You are the spring. You are the queen of spring. You look so beautiful. You are so amazing. And we met a couple of times, and I always wanted to know your story. And my wish is coming true. Thank you for hosting the show today. So tell our listeners, and I'm one of your big fans. Tell us what brought you where you are. What happened in your life that one day you said, you know what, that's not me. I want to be me. And look at you now.
Thank you so much for that, Marina. It's always wonderful to see you, and you're always telling me such wonderful things. It started a long time ago, whereby I was in a place of darkness, and I tried many ways how to get out this darkness, knowing that there is something within me that I wasn't satisfied with. And I just reached out to do many things, speak to many people, and I just couldn't find the answer. And one day I spoke to my friend and I told her how I was feeling. And she suggested to me to read a book by an author called Aliana Van Zandt. And I read a book called In the Meantime. When I read that book, it was like I was a character in the book. Everything she said, she was talking about me. And what I realized is that I hadn't read for 5 years. And as a child, I was passionate about reading, passionate. So what that actually started is me to start reading books again. But I was at a point where I wasn't sure what I enjoyed reading. But there was one thing that I was sure of, and that was I wanted to develop my mind some more. And so therefore I started my journey of reading, and what a wonderful journey it was. What a wonderful journey. And I still am reading today. And that was 4 years ago.
Wow, I know you are launching your book now, and I'm very excited for you to start with. I can't wait. And could you tell us what made you bring that story out?
The reason why I brought this story out was the fact that I know there are many people, especially women, who are in the place that I was in. And I've got through that, and I would like to be able to help other women and people who are currently on a journey like this at the moment. They're stagnant. They're looking for ways to get out. And I've got out, and I'm at this point. So I'm now in the light. So there's people who are in the darkness, and I can help them, providing solutions and just tips and things that I done in order to help me get through the darkness to the light. Hence why I am today. It's a calling I have, a calling within me, because it's only when I understood myself and the powers that I had within, and everyone has this power, that was my driving force. And that was in control of my life.
Wow, Philippa. So you see, there are a lot of women like yourself, like me. There are other women out there, they don't even know what is available for them. They think that their life will stop at 50 after they make sure their children have their own houses and their own families, and then they become an addition, an annex to their life, instead of living their own purpose, instead of discovering how much beauty, how much amazingness, how much abundance they have, because they feel they gave it all. And I felt that way. And I know personally my children at the time, they didn't speak with me for months, because I started my journey in 2012, and I went away from home for 1,000 days. And at the beginning of my journey, they will see me at the airport between two flights, and they will ask me, so where to now? Where are you going? It's like, not how dare you, but for them, it wasn't easy to understand. Now they do, and now it's a different, we are in a different place. But at the time, they could not understand what on earth I'm talking about. I need to suddenly leave home. I never had a holiday or a weekend all my life. I've always been there. And suddenly I was home only for 6 hours. And I just want to stress out how important it is to take that leap of faith and against all obstacles. Doesn't matter they are personal, doesn't matter they are from the people you love the most, doesn't matter they are from society. How important it is to decide that you yourself, you are worth it. And it's not like selling a commercial for good hair. It's about selling yourself to yourself, understanding that you did not even scratch the surfaces of who you are. And yes, you've been through a lot. And yes, you experience struggles and darkness and all the spectrum of pain. And you gave life. The fact that you gave life, that alone, it's something that have to enlighten you. It's something that should make you ask yourself different questions. Is this all? Is it more to life? Is this possible? I am possible? And I know you are asking yourself all these questions. I know in your journey, you had moments of setbacks and moments of doubt. How you dealt with those moments, how you put them to bed or to rest, or how you kill them.
You touch on so many things, Marina. As you said, I have experienced those things. And I, like yourself, I have a family and I have two spectrums to my children. I've got very old and I've got young. But in all the darkness and the light and the tribulations that I've gone through, I've always said I need to leave a legacy, something to remind people that I was here. How will people think of me at my time when I've passed through the physical world? How would I be remembered? And that was something that, a question that always remained within me. And I seeked within myself and asked that question, and the answer came to me. And that was to share your journey so far in written form, in speaking. Just share your journey. And I done this. And it's just so wonderful to be here at this point. There's the light is shining so bright. But you see, the most important thing is that if you don't love yourself, people will take advantage of you. People will do so many things to you if you do not love yourself. You have to love yourself from within. That is, love who you are. It's not what the outside world is saying. Love who you are. Love you for the shape you are, what you're doing, where you are in life. It's what you like about yourself that counts. And the other thing that's brought me through, I got to realize, is that we bring up our family, we spend many times just doing things for them and leaving ourselves behind. And what happens? We build resentment. So there's a saying that I have, and that saying is, you have never heard of a cart pulling a horse. The horse has to be always thoroughbred and strong to pull that load. So you have to go in front and become that strong, thoroughbred horse in order to bring your load forward.
Wow, I love this metaphor, because it's always, as a woman, you always feel that you have this huge load, and sometimes that road you can't even enter because of the gigantic load you carry, and there are places you can't even dream because you are thinking, no, they're not going to let me come in with all this load. And this is so true, because it's almost like being 2 seconds ahead of yourself. That's all you have to do. Just be 2 seconds, 2 steps ahead of yourself, and everything else follows through. And I know you there is no better person to explain this, because you explain it so beautifully. And I just wonder, what is your feed? How do you feed your soul? Where do you get your inspiration from to overcome all these challenges, to turn them into great opportunities, and furthermore, for you to become the opportunity you seek?
I had to ground myself, and the way I did that was through meditation and spend time with myself, be in quiet silence, remove myself from noisy environments, and get to liking my own company. And once I did that, I quieted my mind. And then I put the question out to the universe, many questions. And you don't necessarily get the answers straight away. You may be shopping, you may be in the bath, showering, cooking, and the answer comes to you. But when you're in tuition with yourself, you are so surprised at how the answer comes. It comes so loud within you that you think that someone else is going to hear what's going on, but it's only you. The intuition is speaking to you. It's so powerful. And when I understood this, how to use this, then I started to be the captain of my ship. I'm the one that creates my life, how I want to do it. I do what I want when I want. And once you do that and you start to put this out in the universe, it's amazing the opportunities and the people that come to you to make your journey, your outcome that you want to achieve become a reality in your life. If only we knew this beforehand.
Philippa, I so love you, and I love everything. I could listen to you for hours. We have great conversations behind the scenes, and I always get inspired because it's this vibrational beauty about yourself that gets me. It's almost like I'm fascinated, thinking, oh my God, this is the real deal, you know. And many times I had moments when I was thinking, it's nothing about me, you know, because I follow that formula that you know, society teaches you to, which was ingrained in my mind, and teaches you to align your values with your beliefs and your actions, and as a result you'll be successful. And I was successful, but I did not feel successful. So the feeling, I know some people say, oh, forget about the feelings, but actually without feeling success, it's very easy to lose focus. It's very easy to get diverted. It's very easy to get into a dark place 20 times a day. And I realized that I should stop thinking of what other people want of me. I should stop living my life around their expectations and their dreams and their whatever it is that I was providing for them. And actually they never, like children, they never ask you to give them anything, you know, or even give them life. It was a choice. But the same choice is to love yourself. The same choice is within your power to allow your emotions to take over, not in a you know, in a way that people are thinking, oh, you are all emotional. Not that way. It's about you going all in and look into your heart and open the doors to your own heart and allow yourself in. Because unless you allow yourself in into your own heart, nobody else will come. Nobody else will feel invited. And then I came to think that actually that was my eureka moment. Actually, when you align your actions with your beliefs and values, it's not enough. You have to mix everything, make a cocktail with your emotions, because emotions are the ones who keep you alive and kicking, and emotions are the ones who allow you to vibrate. And each individual, I know some people are questioning the word universe or the word God or the concept of it, but that's okay, because at the end of the day, each one of us is an energy being. Each one of us got a very, very unique vibrational path or blueprint, how smart people call it. I'm not that smart, so I'm going to say just allow yourself to vibrate like a violin inside. And that sound is coming outside. We're talking about focus. And I was thinking that people focus on success or on their goals, but they forget that success is this karmic coin. On one side is your past, and on the other side is your vision. So I know the past is in the past, and it's where it should, where it belongs. But the vision, it's almost like people don't even know they have the right to their own vision. I was talking with one of my clients, and she was telling me that she's been abused for 10 years, and she thought it's normal. She did not know there is more to life. She did not know is another way of living your life, your own life, and making your own choices. So this is what I want you to explain to our listeners. Through your own past and experiences, how important is your vision? When you are a woman, you've done it all, and there's nothing left for you.
The vision is very important. And it is true, your past experiences, what you've gone through, it's made you who you are today. And it's always important to keep your vision in sight, because that will keep you going. And I don't think your work is ended. It's not something that can end. It just continues until you're physically no longer here, because you're always improving yourself. You're always gaining new knowledge. It's always, it's always wonderful to be open to new knowledge. How you perceive it, that's up to yourself. But we never stop learning, and you should never stop visualizing, because, as I said, we are the creators of our destiny based on your unique individual visualization. And you just got to keep on growing. Life is about growing. You cannot stay stagnant. You've got to grow. So self-improvement and self-development is always important. To just create a better you. It's not what someone else says, it's what you think that counts. That's the most important thing. What do you think? What do you like about yourself? What do I want to do? It's about you. Because until you can do you, you cannot do anyone else, because you're not being true to yourself. So how could you be true to someone else? You have to do you.
Wow. Is that all saying that you have to be yourself, everybody else is taken? And I think what Henry Ford meant by that is you are the one and only. It's simple as that. Can you take responsibility for that? Or you are going to think, oh, but that's just not me. Because this is the thing. All we have is right now. All I have personally right now, sharing this with you and our listeners. And I'm very grateful for this. Thinking that, it's all in my mind. How others could even understand who I am unless I share? That's why I feel that having the courage to put your knowledge, your expertise, your love, your vision into a book, it's a very courageous act, and most people will freak out, will think, I don't want to do that, But sharing is the secret of life. I think what stops most people is not necessarily the desire to share, but not knowing, being totally ignorant about themselves. Because you could have 2 degrees, you could have PhDs, you could read 1 million books. But unless you start looking at yourself and discover your strength, your beauty, your skills, your abilities, everything you already have, this is what you are missing. So I think unless you start to learn who you are, it's very unlikely that you'll make any progress. You'll make another step forward, because before, what was motivating you were your responsibilities, your children, making sure they have food on the table, making sure they have clothes on the back, making sure they go to school, making sure they are good kids, making sure they are back home during the night, making sure, you know, I remember those times when I was waiting for my son to come back, and I didn't want him to know I'm waiting, but I couldn't sleep. So I'll hear the key in the lock, and I'll go quickly to my bedroom so he won't know I was waiting. But my heart was beating so fast. I was like, it was like ready to implode. So you see, learning who you are is something you owe it to yourself. And you've done that. So tell me, what were the top 3 difficulties you encounter while learning about yourself?
The top 3 things that I encountered learning about myself was that being a mother of 7 children, I was always looked upon their example, and I had to discover a way how I could handle my load. So I had to always improve myself in what I did because my children were watching me. And then also when I embarked upon my H&D in business management, again, I was doing this through some troubled times when I was looking after my mother, who sadly passed in 2015. But I was a carer as well as trying to do my H&D in business management. Again, I went through the challenges, and it's about improving myself, so I pressed on. And then also, when I decided to write my book, I stopped, and I started. And it was being around like-minded women and people that gave me the encouragement. Wonderful people like Cheryl Chapman, who you know, Marion Bevington, and lots of other women who were on the same level, but they were taking action. And when you're around like-minded people, it gives you that drive that, you know, I don't want to be left behind. I've got to keep myself focused and do what I'm doing. And that's when, you know, these people were publishing their books and I was writing mine, and I'm thinking, come on, you're lacking, you've got a deadline, you've got to meet this. What's stopping you? You're the only one stopping yourself. And those were my turning points to help me to get through to the hill. I was at top of the hill, and then, you know, I just was climbing up there and I reached my peak. And I'm looking over. But at the same time, when I was looking over at the other people, I was still in a position where I was encouraging and helping others to come up and join me at the top, because it's great, the view.
Wow. Wow. You know, I can't, it's the long overdue hug we need to share on the red carpet. I can't wait.
It's so
I'm so excited. I'm so truly excited. And tell me, I know you've been helping a lot of people, and you just share a formula you used to deliver yourself. Let's use this word because it's the reality of it. So you have 7 children now. You delivered Philippa. So this is you are the start the stardust child. And tell me how it feels to know that this is just the beginning. You don't even know what's next, and it's so exciting already. How that feels to imagine yourself. I don't know. You could be the next big thing. You could be a book that goes viral. You could be a movie. Somebody will turn your book into a movie. Tell me what you see when you think this is my life.
Well, what I think, Marina, I am so excited. I'm so excited in that the world has been waiting for me, and it's time for me to make an appearance. It's time for me to do what I was supposed to do, what the gift that I was given to do. It's my time. And I embrace whatever comes my way. It can only be positiveness and just uplifting things, because that is what I've got vision for myself and those around me who encounter me. I want to be able to touch people's lives and be an example for them that anything is possible once you direct your thoughts and your feelings and your vibration. What you put out is only what you get back. And I'm a true believer that love conquers everything. When you have love and passion for what you're doing, it will flow so naturally. There's no need for you to go upstream, just flow and go downstream, and everything that you want, people, situation, finances, everything will come in place in order to make your reality be visible to you. So
Wow.
excited, absolutely excited.
Well, for our listeners who are thinking, is this me? Is this possible for me? And this is the kind of question people ask themselves, when because the story you share with the world, but then the most important story is the story you are sharing with yourself when nobody is listening. That's the crucial story. That's the stardust. So what is your key message for our listeners today?
The key message for the listeners today is never stop believing in yourself. Even when you have the chatter in your head, you just got to ground yourself and just reinforce the self-belief that this can happen. It's not for you to know when it's going to happen. It's just for you to believe that what you want will happen. It will happen if you believe it. Believe in yourself and your abilities. It will take place in your reality one day.
Wow. Until next time, because surely it's going to be a next time. I hope you enjoyed Philippa's story and her amazing, beautiful energy coming into your home, coming into your heart. And just remember, you and only you could create your own reality. From both of us until the red carpet, where we hope to see you and share that stardust you are bringing along. It's goodbye.
Thank you.